Hello and welcome everyone. My name is Coco and I hope you've been enjoying Pokemon Scarlet and Violet like I have. Today I've got 5 tips and tricks for you to hopefully help your Pokemon adventure continue smoothly. Let's get into it. For tip number 1, for me, it's automation. This is a new thing in this Pokemon Scarlet and Violet that Pokemon introduced that allows you to auto battle with the lead Pokemon in your party. This Pokemon can go out and select either one Pokemon or multiple Pokemon and battle them one at a time to give you experience while you kind of continue to look around. You'll see here with these Skiddos, one by one the Skiddos will be attacked. You will notice that the XP that you get from taking out these Skiddo will be less than if you were to individually fight them, but by being able to walk around and do things while you're doing this, it makes it a key feature that I think is very important for you to utilize. The other thing that's important here is for shiny hunters. When you are using this feature and you come across a shiny, your Pokemon will not fight and kill that shiny. It will shake its head no, kind of giving you the indication that something is different about this particular Pokemon. So when you're in the world, you definitely should be paying attention to this Let's Go feature and use it to level up at your discretion. You'll see here with all these Mankeys, we can go one at a time, take out all the Mankeys, and help level our Pokemon up, because XP share is automatic in this game, no need to find it and turn it on. So help level your entire party up by doing this. It's a really good thing to have here. The other piece of automation that I think is important that they added here is being able to automatically heal your Pokemon. So if you have a Pokemon in your party that's weak, all you have to do is go to the party, put your cursor on them, and hit your minus button on your Joy-Con or your Pro Controller. This will automatically use items in your bag without you having to go digging around and finding them, which I think is a pretty nice feature, and I use it all the time. Tip number 2 is kind of a simple one here, but it's find a friend. So in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, you can play with friends in a group of up to 4 and be able to play on their server. So if you are on Scarlet, you can find a friend that has Violet and play on Violet. So no longer do you have to trade for those exclusives that are shown on the screen here. You can see that Scarlet has certain Pokemon that are unique to its game, and Violet have Pokemon that are unique to its game as well. You would normally have to trade, Pokemon for Pokemon, like a Tyranitar for a Salamence, for example. But in this case, if you find a friend that has the other game, you can join their instance, and you can go and explore together to find these particular Pokemon. This makes the experience a lot more fun, in my opinion, and you're able to get Pokemon with your original trainer ID on it, and I just think it's a more enjoyable experience this way. So find a friend so that you can get those exclusive Pokemon. Tip number 3 has to do with Tera raids and Tera spawns that you can find in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. When you're going around this big open world, you're going to find these rocks that are glowing. These are Tera raids. They allow you to be able to get a Pokemon with a different type than it would normally have, and sometimes it would be a nice addition to your team, even early game. I know I did as a new trainer in this world, and I'm sure other people are. When you're first starting the game, you might see these things and even see 1 or 2 star raids and be a little bit intimidated. There's no reason for that. There's no reason to feel intimidated and feel like that you can't do these. You could do them with friends in a group, or if you choose to do it alone, it will give you NPCs to do it with. And it's a cool way to kind of learn the Tera types and what is useful and what is not, without really any repercussions if you happen to fail that. And of course, you get these really cool cutscenes that Pokemon has put in the game here when you catch it. All of these, at least to my knowledge, up to Tier 5 should be automatic catch. So don't waste any, Ultra Balls or anything like that. Don't feel like you should not do these just because it's outside of the normal battling. You don't need to be a high level or have even really any high level Pokemon in order to do these. I've actually added some of these to my team throughout my playthrough on Scarlet and Violet, and they've become pretty integral to my team. So I'm really happy I did it, and of course you get a bunch of rewards here, a lot of that XP candy that you can level other Pokemon up, and then some other things as well. But there's some really cool Pokemon that you can get out of these. Don't shy away from these just because they're a little bit out of the ordinary for you. Tip number 4 is my personal favorite tip for you, and that's Pokedex Rewards. Every 10 Pokemon you catch in the Pokedex, you will be able to get a reward for it. You can see here on the screen that I didn't know about a lot of these rewards at first, so we have Stardust, we have Great Balls, Thunderstones, XP, you name it, it's got it. Make sure when you open your Pokedex after playing for a little while to hit the X button while you're in the Pokedex, and you'll start collecting your rewards. Remember, it's every 10 that you fill out in the Pokedex. There's some really great stuff in here as you go up, all the way to level 400. So don't miss out on these rewards until endgame, because you'll be kicking yourself that you weren't getting these things earlier. Tip number 5 is a good one here, and it's a step trick. So there are a couple different Pokemon that need to be in Let's Go mode for 1000 steps before they can evolve. Those 3 Pokemon are going to show up on the screen here as to what they evolve into. What you can do is you can pull them out as at the front of your party, and you can jump up onto the Poke Center, and you can see down below, we're just taking steps. We're not moving, so you can basically get up and go AFK. After about 10 minutes or so, all you have to do is, hopefully they've taken 1000 steps, give them some XP, and hopefully, if you've taken that correct amount of steps, which there's no way to check in-game, but if you've done it, you'll be able to make that evolution without having to grind and kind of walk, you know, step by step with them. This is an easy way to get those 3 evolutions without having to do that tedious legwork, no pun intended. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed our 5 tips and tricks. Thank you so much. If you did, please like and subscribe, and tell me which tip is going to be the most helpful to you guys.